Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. I want to give a quick shout out to Oakland, California. We had a great event this weekend, and it's a packed house. Everybody was wonderful, and thank you guys for showing up. Let me talk about Chuck D and Public Enemy and the Bernie Sanders situation for a minute. I thought it was interesting. It got my attention because I've been a longtime fan of Public Enemy, and I'm not a fan of Bernie Sanders. I'm not a fan of any of these white politicians, to be honest with you. I don't think any of these people are going to save black people. I don't think they care about black people, honestly. And I remember Bernie Sanders completely messed up his answer to the black question on the Breakfast Club, which kind of, it was his way of kind of saying, screw y'all, I don't care. And so I say, if you say screw me, then I say screw you. Fuck me, well, fuck you. How about that? But let me break it down real quick as far as like Chuck D and Flavor Flav. I was reading this morning that Flavor Flav is no longer a member of Public Enemy. That makes me sad. I mean, the group's so iconic. They've been around so long and they've done so much great work. It's unfortunate to see a breakup like that happen on any level. And I don't know the details. I mean, I don't know. I met Chuck once and I liked him and we talked for a little bit. But I don't really know the ins and outs, and I'm not even here to speculate on that. But what I will say is that, a couple of observations I picked up on is that got my attention. One is the breakup seemed to be over this Bernie Sanders campaign and the use of the Public Enemy brand and likeness, as it related to a Bernie Sanders campaign. Now, I looked at the advertisement that Sanders threw out, and it said Public Enemy Radio. The word radio was right there at the bottom, and Public Enemy Radio is different from Public Enemy the group, right? And that's fascinating to me because it was Public Enemy. Like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's Public Enemy, not Public Enemy Radio, right? And what I've gathered is that obviously, so Flavor Flav's lawyer sends a cease and desist letter out to the Sanders campaign saying you can't do Public Enemy without Flavor Flav. From what I've read, that doesn't seem to be true. It seems like Chuck D I guess I'm speculating, maybe the more, how can I say, the more strategic member of the group. I'm not going to say smarter, although I think he's smarter, just to be honest with you. Flavor Flav was kind of, he was a little bit on the clownish side, but he added something to the group that made the group work. He made it, they're one of the most iconic duos, probably, I guess, up there with Outkast and a couple others that have just done it at a high level. And like Outkast, you had a breakup of the group. You had, members of the group kind of getting into it with each other and stuff like that. Even though Public Enemy is not just those two, but those are the two that most people know. There are a couple others out there, Professor Griff, stuff like that. But Chuck D and Flavor Flav kind of carried the load, like Shaq and Kobe, or LeBron and no, there is nobody else with LeBron, but or Jordan and Pippen. How about that? That's a good example. So basically, it looked like Chuck D owns all the copyrights, all the trademarks, stuff like that. So he kind of laid things out legally to protect himself from the very beginning. And based on what I've read, and I don't know how many legs Flavor Flav has to stand on. But one thing that really bothers me about this is I just hate seeing an iconic black group break up over a white dude. Like it just bothers me. It's like, wait a minute, you mean these fucking white Democrats? All right, I distinguish the white liberals and the black people that roll with them. It doesn't mean that you can't vote for the Democrats or the Republicans, but it pisses me off when the Democrats create divide and conquer scenarios in the black community. It just bothers me. Now, if Flavor Flav and Chuck D broke up because Flav punched him in the face and kicked him in the nuts or something, I would get that. That would be like, oh yeah, I don't know if I could work with him either. But it's over a stupid election that isn't going to change the lives of black people on any level, in my opinion. It doesn't mean Trump is not a bastard. I think he's a bastard, but my life most people I know, their lives are not different under Trump or Obama. They're not. I think that we've been trained to really just hate this man more than the devil. He may be the devil, but to me, he's just another racist white man. There's a billion of them out here. There's a whole lot of Donald Trumps out here. For some reason, if he was a Democrat, y'all be loving him. Y'all be trained to love him. Seriously, I'm not dissing anybody. I'm not saying that people don't have a right to do what they're going to do politically. I'm not even telling you not to vote. I never tell people not to vote. I'm just going to say that, this reminds me of when a lot of black folks started falling out over Obama. You ain't talking to your friend no more because they voted for Obama and you didn't, or you voted for Obama and they didn't. And Obama don't give a shit about neither one of y'all. I live right there on the south side of Chicago, a block and a half from that, man. And people are getting killed. Black people are getting killed 2-3 blocks from his house. 2-3 blocks from Obama's house. The black male unemployment rate for men between the ages of 20 and 25 was about 45%. You know, I'm not saying that you can't let the man go do his job. And if you want to go get that money and be president and all that, that's cool. But him and his wife, last I checked, they living out in Martha's Vineyard. Like, they're not really in the struggle like that. When a black person gets shot and everybody, the whole community's in an uproar, the Obamas don't tweet about shit. The Obamas, they tweet their playlist on Spotify and will tell you how much they love Lizzo. They don't care about you. Trump don't care about you. The Republicans don't care about you. The Democrats don't care about you. So why y'all fighting over some people who don't care nothing about you? Seriously. You know why? You know, that's as bad as when we used to talk about brothers that would die over a block that you don't even own. You don't own no property in that neighborhood, but you ready to go kill somebody over your block. It ain't even yours. And then white folks gentrify your ass up out of there. Next thing you know, the dirtiest, most messed up blocks in the city got dog parks and Starbucks and Whole Foods, and they just cleaned it all right up as if you never existed, because you never took the time to plant your seed. You never took the time to plant your flag. You never took the time to actually own the land on which you stand. Instead, you spent time fighting over an illusion, fighting over something that was owned by somebody else. These elections, I'm sorry, man. I mean, I probably sound pessimistic, but these elections, ain't nothing for black people in these elections. Ain't nothing for black people in the Bernie Sanders campaign. Only thing that you get if Bernie Sanders gets elected is you get to have them remove your artificial fear of Donald Trump. That's what you get. You get your reward is that Trump is no longer in the White House, so now you got a better pimp. I'm not looking for no pimp. Ain't nobody pimping me. If you want my vote, you better earn it. If you can't earn it, then get out of my face. So much respect to Chuck D and Public Enemy. I did not like the idea of them associating on any level with the Sanders campaign and doing these campaign rallies and performances. It's fine, but I'm going to say this. If you had a problem with Kanye performing for Trump, then you should also have a problem with Public Enemy performing for Sanders. I'm sorry. You can't get mad. If you get mad because a rapper goes and performs for the Republicans, then you should also be upset when Beyonce and Jay-Z show up for the Democrats. Because we know that most of the damage in the black community, the destruction and decay that's occurred in many black neighborhoods has occurred under Democratic rule. If you got evidence to prove me wrong, then put that shit in the chat and we can chat about that, because you are dead wrong on that. So I'm not voting for Democrats. I'm not voting for Republicans. I'm voting for black people. So, and I'm voting for you and your family. That's what matters to me. Be one, y'all. Take care. Love you. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and have a good day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Peace.